Today I'm going to talk about the Homestead installation on Windows. Homestead is an official Laravel development environment package. It resolves the execution discrepancy in different development environment. It uses automation software, Vagrant, to achieve the unified development environment. I will use VirtualBox as the VM platform. Then by editing Homestead.yaml file to customize my virtual machine, so you could connect the VM via SSH using PuTTY. Source code will be shared between your PC and the VM via NFS. All software download link can be found in the description. Let's begin to install Git. Execute Git installer, just follow the default options. Nano editor is recommended for beginner. It is currently the most popular and must-learn version control software for programmer. Then now Git installation is completed. If you want to connect to GitHub, you must own the SSH key. Homestead also needs SSH key to work properly. GitHub site talks about two different algorithms to generate SSH key. We will be using the common RSA algorithm. Open Git Bash. Copy and paste the command, then modify the email address. Press enter to accept the default path. The passphrase is recommended, but do not forget it. Once the SSH key is created, you will see .ssh folder in your user folder. Two files should be in the .ssh folder. The one without file extension is private key, another one is public key. If you are using SSH key authentication, you need to paste the public key content on GitHub. We don't elaborate on this section for now. We quickly install other tools. First install PuTTY. Then install the free tool to navigate databases, HeidiSQL. Installing VirtualBox, also just follow the default options. Open VirtualBox. File menu, then select Preference. Select Extensions, click the Add button. Select the file, click Install. Scroll to the bottom, then click I agree. VirtualBox installation is done. Install Vagrant, just keep pressing Next, then require to restart the computer. Vagrant install is completed, then click Yes to restart the computer. Open command prompt and key in Vagrant to check Vagrant is functioned properly. Let's install the NFS plugin now. NFS is not Need for Speed. NFS stands for Network File System. It is used for improving the shared folder speed between your PC and VM. The shared folder stores all your Laravel project codes. Type Vagrant plugin, install Vagrant-win NFS. Press enter and wait for the completion message. Open Git Bash. You can get the latest info from the official Laravel site. We need to copy this command to pull the Homestead from GitHub repo. Paste to Git Bash, then execute. Notice the Homestead folder is created. Now we're gonna cd into the Homestead directory. Then check out release branch. You should see the branch is changed to release. Open the Homestead folder, look for the file init.bat. Execute it, then it generates the Homestead.yaml and other config files. Homestead.yaml lets you customize your VM environment. We talk in detail later. Open command prompt. We need to download the Homestead Vagrant Box. It is the official original VM image. Key in Vagrant Box, add Laravel/Homestead, then press enter. Select to VirtualBox. Quite some people stuck here or suffer extremely slow download speed. So I provide my alternate solution here. You can go to this URL to download a 2 GB compressed file. In user folder, look for the .vagrant.d. Then open boxes folder. Then extract the content into the folder. After extraction, you may open the folder and see the box version. Again, open the command prompt, then key in Vagrant Box list to confirm. You can see the Homestead Vagrant Box exists. Now we're going to edit the Homestead.yaml document. Open Homestead folder, then use Visual Studio Code, open Homestead.yaml. Firstly, IP, you should avoid the IP belong to your network subnet. If your router IP is 192.168.1.1, then please use 192.168.2. something. Do not use any 192.168.1. something. For memory and CPU, please follow your available resources. The default value is sufficient. Then the SSH key has been created in step 2, nothing to change here. Then the shared folder. I created a code folder in my user directory. Then copy and paste the folder path. By doing this, the VM and Windows able to share a single folder. Notice the second line is the path in the VM. Then set the type to NFS for better performance. Now it is the local domain name. Later we're going to kickstart a Laravel project which is called sample. For now, we do not need to create the folder, we just set the correct path. Followed by the database name. Finally set the MySQL to be true. Save the edited Homestead.yaml document. We need to set the host file, so it will match what you key in the browser. From the Start menu, look for Notepad, then select Run as Administrator. In the C, Windows, System 32, Drivers, etc. Select Display, All Files, then open Hosts file. Key in the IP, then key in the corresponding domain. We open VirtualBox and have a look. Remember that only run Vagrant Up in the directory where Vagrant file locates. Here are a few common commands. Up is boot up, halt is shutdown. Reload is reboot the VM. Vagrant provision is applying the edited Homestead.yaml. Key in CMD in the address bar. Key in Vagrant Up. It takes some time for the first boot up. Completed boot up. You should see the Homestead is running in the VirtualBox. Open PuTTY and try to log in VM. Key in 192.168.10.10. Username is Vagrant, password is Vagrant. If you can see this screen, congratulations. We also can log in via the SSH key we created in the previous step. Open PuTTY, key in 192.168.10.10. Expand the SSH, then expand off. Select the private key. However, a conversion is required to obtain the .ppk format. Look for PuTTY gen in the start menu. Click Conversions, then Import Key. Confirm the path, then select the private key. Click Save Private Key. If the passphrase is blank, it will remind you. Double check and then save. Do not replace the original private key. Key in ID_RSA.ppk, then click Save. Back to PuTTY, pick the freshly generated private key. Click Session, key in Homestead as the session name, then save. Next time you can just open PuTTY, then double-click Homestead to log in directly. Even more, you also can preset the username. Just double-click, then Homestead is logged in. Finally, we reach here. Now we log into Homestead. We will create our first Laravel project in the code folder. This folder is mapped to the code in Homestead VM. Browse the Laravel official documentation. You can obtain the latest installation guide. I will demo how to create the first project using Laravel installer. Firstly, we run Composer Global Update Laravel/installer to upgrade to the latest Laravel installer. Then run Laravel new sample. Sample is our project name. Make sure it matches the Homestead.yaml file. Press enter, start the Laravel installation. Notice the sample folder appears. Open the folder, should see all Laravel files. Then waiting for the installation to be complete. Let's cd sample go into the directory. Run php artisan -- version to check the installed version. Able to see Laravel 8.32.1 is installed. Use VS Code to open the folder. Select sample folder. Double-click and edit the .env file. Edit database name, username, and password. Confirm database name, then username is Homestead, password is secret. Save. Use PHP Artisan Migrate to test DB connection. Let's introduce a free database management software, HeidiSQL. Click New, edit the name as Homestead. Select option, SSH Tunnel. In the SSH Tunnel tab, set the IP as 192.168.10.10. Username is Vagrant. Select Private Key. Then in the Settings tab, set User as Homestead, Password as Secret. Finally then save. Now we click Open to establish the connection. Double-click sample_db, you should see all migrated tables. Then you can intuitively check the database table schema and data. In the browser, key in sample.test. You should be able to see the Laravel welcome page. Thanks for watching. Please press the like button and subscribe to my channel and click the bell to turn on the new video notification. See you all soon. Thank you.